It's very important to understand that there are 10 cities in the network, and they've all been doing very diverse, original work. Gdańsk, who is the leader of the network, has been basically working on the idea of the co-creative city. And Gdańsk has identified several things that have been done, which have been based on co-creativeness. Over a period of 10 or 15 years, things have absolutely changed in the way the management of Gdańsk has been done. If we go to Baia Mare in Romania, we can see that social innovation is a rather new subject, and here they have gone towards creating spaces. And in the analysis of the sense mapping process, they've shown that the spaces are very important for them to develop the social innovation policy. If we identify Barcelona and Barcelona's big tool in development, which is called Barcelona Activa, we can see that it deals with the transfer of different policies, economic development and social development policies, to areas which are of a very, very different nature than the center of Barcelona that we all know, and where difficulties, challenges, poverty is something which is very, very present, and we have to fight in order to find out how can we actually do good incubation of social innovation in a difficult area. Braga, on the other hand, in northern Portugal, is completely orientated towards youth. They say Braga 100% youth, and they've actually defined what are the categories, what are the qualifications, what are the standards of when a city is youth-orientated. And they have developed a very interesting tool to see when we take a decision, when we govern the city, what does it mean that it's a youth-orientated decision. The region of Skåne in Sweden is working very much more on the problem of culture, on the question of is culture a social innovation, and how can we make progress in this area. Milan has been doing many things as the industrial capital of Italy. It's been inventing civic crowdfunding, which means adding public money to a crowdfunding process, but it is also working on sustainable finance for social innovation from other directions. It's also been working very much on the smart logic, where the governance of the city has been influenced by the smart process, and for example the politician who is in charge of the smart city theme can intervene in different departments of the city. As you can see, we are all the time talking about the way in which we are governing the cities. So if we come to Paris, where circular economy, social economy, solidarity economy is so strong, there they have found that public procurement has to be installed right in the center of the city, so that the ideas that come from public procurement, in other words, social procurement clauses, etc., that they can be really imposed, and that the political decisions of the city of Paris can actually be forced through and put in accordance to what the people of Paris are actually thinking. Finally, I would like to mention Strasbourg, which is working very much on co-construction of things. This has also come from the social and solidarity economy, and this co-construction of policies has been taken so far that they're working on the idea of startup of territories, where the idea of a startup is basically trying to create a company, and they are saying, no, we can actually work on this method of creativity, of innovation, basing it on the territory. So imagine 6 months of work which culminates with 1,200 people coming into one big hall and working on 80 projects, and 20 of the projects are going to be put into practice, and the politicians participated. I think this is a very innovative way. We cannot go without mentioning Turin. Turin is the capital of ecosystems. They have a way of developing ecosystems which is absolutely original, and it seems to be a city where ecosystems flourish all the time. And here we've found that the Boosting Social Innovation project not only has allowed Turin to go through political changes on a very smooth way, it strengthened the social innovation theme, but it has also allowed the development of a new department in the city, where our colleague Fabrizio Barbiero has become the head of this unit, and where experimenting and rethinking social innovation is the order of the day. And finally we have Wrocław, the sister city of Gdańsk in Poland, where we started with a very narrow approach to social innovation, which was meant to say, let's see how we can deal with a problem in the center of the city in a particular way, and where today we are seeing that the city of Wrocław is expanding the social innovation process, the co-construction process, the participation process to many areas of its work.